Well, hello there. I'm Jamie Larson.
And I'm Anna Bartel.
And we're with the Snap Society, and today we're going to be talking about how to start off your 2017 right, even before 2017 ever starts. So,
yes,
let's do this, Anna.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're doing a pretend clicking sound.
I like how you make that sound.
Ooh, thank you. All right, so what we're going to be talking about today is books that we read that really helped shape our year, that we think can help shape your year. And then we're going to give you a quick little trick that we use so that we can actually finish these books. So, Anna, we've got 3 books, and they really all go with each other. And so what's the first book?
Well, I would just want to say they're all about just being intentional about your business and about your life, really. So let's start with book number 1, which I don't have a physical copy of in my hand because I listened to it. I did not read it. The book is called Miracle Mornings by Hal Elrod. Hal Elrod. We'll link it below. That book is awesome, except I'm not a morning person. Are you a morning person?
Heck no.
Okay.
I think I do love the mornings. Like when I just don't like getting up in the mornings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree. And right now it's like 2 degrees out, so getting out of bed is really hard.
No.
So the one bad piece of advice that Hal Elrod gives is to get up at the crack of dawn.
Crack.
I almost said a different word. And I'm not okay with that. Okay. I'm not a morning person. I barely like to get up to help my kids get off to school. So yeah, I'm not going to be getting up at 5 a.m. His suggestion is to get up like an hour before everybody and go through these different steps. Take away the getting up super early in the morning, steps are still super awesome and fantastic. It's really all about starting your day really intentionally. So instead of waking up an hour before everybody and doing my miracle morning, I wait until I get everybody off to school and then I do my miracle morning because I'm not getting up.
Because you're actually awake.
I'm actually awake. And then I'm like sitting down and ready to start my day with this intentional mindset and everything. So he has his different steps.
And maybe we shouldn't even tell those steps.
Yeah, let's not.
Okay.
You should read the book. But the different steps include a couple, they're short. So that's the big thing about the Miracle Morning is that it is pretty short. Each step is about 10 minutes. So you're giving yourself a little morning wake up routine to really just set yourself off on the right foot for the day. And that sort of like spearheads just how your attitude is for everything.
Yeah. And I think too often we're constantly thinking about other people, we're thinking about our business, but we're not thinking about self-care and how to take care of ourselves. And I know for me, when I actually put the Miracle Morning into practice, it's a totally different day for me. Everything is totally different for me. But I have to be really intentional about scheduling that into my day because it doesn't just happen.
Yeah, I totally agree. It definitely doesn't happen.
Okay, now book number 2.
Yes.
Okay, so by the way, Miracle Morning is very easy, quick read. I totally recommend just getting her done. Okay, Essentialism. Love this book. It's actually been on our radar for a year before we actually read it, and I really wish we would have.
I can't believe it took us so long to actually read it.
I know, but this book, what I will say about it is the main premise of this book is doing less better. And as creatives, we can be all over the place. We have a new creative idea every day. We want to change up everything. And that is not the way
You don't even want to know how many times a day Jamie calls me to tell me that she's got a great idea.
Yeah, I do. And that's why we have a Google Doc of great ideas that we're not going to implement right now because they're not essential, right? And so having the essential mindset is all about discipline and how we need to say no to others. And I know this whole thing about saying no and your best yes, like all of that is kind of like the thing now, but it's also about saying no to ourselves, saying no, like we've got to have a track and stay on that track and constantly bring ourselves back to that. And so this book is so great to read at the beginning of the year because then you can bounce everything off of the things that you've learned from this book.
Right. You can make sure that you're saying the right yeses and the right nos.
Yes, and I recommend you reading it with somebody else, or not like I read a page, you read a page, but just have a friend
Have
that
your second grader read aloud.
just have a friend that wants to read it too, and then you guys can kind of keep each other accountable with this essentialist mindset, because it really is a mindset that you need to take with you with every decision that you make for your business.
And for your personal life as well.
Oh, so much.
I totally gained from it personally too.
Yeah, it just has so many great nuggets in there. So read it. Last book? Last but not least.
It is... Oh, The Strength Finder.
Anna almost forgot.
Yes. Okay, so The Strength Finder. Is that by a certain author? What is it? The Gallup Strength Finder? Tom Rath. The Strength Finder. So we didn't do The Strength Finder until... Actually, Jamie, you had done it in the past, correct?
I don't know. My husband diagnosed me.
diagnosed her with her strengths. No, so we didn't do it until our retreat recently in October, and it was so awesome. What it was is it's like a test that you take. It's a whole bunch of random questions, and I'm talking random, like you're like, why in the world would they ask me this to get my strengths? Like, it was weird things like, oh, I wish I could remember. It was like, if I want to choose something for dinner, I'll choose a taco or a chicken salad. Like, that's how random it was. No, that wasn't really one of the questions, but they were like sort of random where you're like, how is this at all going to determine my strengths? But then they give you this report that literally tells you who you are.
Yeah, your 5 top strengths. You have to pay more to get more of those. It was only $15, worth every penny of it. When you buy the book, you actually get the code for Strength Finders. I had a bunch of these books already, so we needed to buy separate codes, but it's really funny and very accurate because I actually took the test twice.
Yeah, so Jamie, she's so funny. Jamie.
I was a little unhappy with one of my strengths, and I just wanted to get a different one. So I decided
to be a control freak.
But apparently my strengths are my strengths. And what I learned from that is that we need to know our strengths, we need to accept our strengths, and then we need to run with them.
Utilize them. So the great thing is that your strengths, whether you like them or not, they are who you are. And you can use those strengths in your business. That's what's so important, is that you can use those strengths. And now when you combine those strengths with essentialism, you can say yes to things that you know are utilizing your strengths, and you can say no to things that are outside of your strengths.
Or you can fight your strengths because you're not happy with them and really get nowhere. Get nowhere.
You can do that too.
Some of the strengths, like I totally knew. I was, my husband had told me you're whatever. But the cool thing is you can read about them. They also have little videos about them. And then like with Anna, what was really neat was that some of her strengths, it literally said, you need to find a person with this strength, and I had it. And then one of mine said, you need to find a person with this strength, and she had it. So it was really, really neat. And we know those certain things, like she shouldn't waste her time doing them. And I shouldn't waste my time doing them because they're not in our best interest.
And so maybe you don't have a business partner per se, but having it can kind of show you what is possibly good to outsource or help you find somebody to hold you accountable to different things in your business.
Yeah. So if you end up doing a Strength Finder, we really, really want to know what your strengths are. So maybe what we'll do is in our Snap Society community, if you're not a part of that community, become a part of it by going to thesnapsociety.com and join the party. Become a part of that community. We're going to post a picture of this book, and underneath it, we want to know what your strengths are. So we'll do that in a couple days because we want to give them a couple days to do it. But it's just really fun to get to know yourself a little bit better. Some of the strengths you're going to be like, oh yeah, I totally knew that. Other ones may surprise you. But the big thing is to actually read about them and watch the little videos because you can see how that ends up pertaining to you. Okay, so the last tip that we wanted to say was, say you're not a big reader. Say reading takes a long time. Say that you just can't get yourself to sit down and read. What we've done
is... you fall asleep every time you try reading something.
All of these things could happen. Or your kid tugs at you, whatever. So what we have done is we've gotten an Audible account. And that way we can listen to it. But I still like to get the copies of the books because when there's really good
I
things.
obviously don't.
Yeah, Anna obviously does not. I am more visual, but I like to have the copy so that I can outline, highlight, and actually next year I'm going to make sure that I send you the copy of each of the books because I think it's really good to have the book. So with these books, yes, they are 3 books, but they're pretty quick. And during Christmas break, I end up having kind of more time where I'm organizing my house, where I'm putting up pictures, where I'm cleaning up, where I'm serving people, and I can listen, or where I'm actually getting time to work out, so I can listen to the Audible. So I want to encourage you. Audible is really great. You get 1 credit a month, which is 1 book a month. And then they start you off, I think, with a free one. So you actually can start with 2. So I think if you needed to read 1 book first, I would either do Miracle Morning or Essentialism. All right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.